Last week, Governor Bambi Emano aids C-130 plane crash victims. Miss or Pride Cindy Obenita crowned Binibining Pilipinas Intercontinental. Governor Bambi Emano hailed as one of the top governors in the entire Philippines. Good morning, Misamis Oriental. The Provincial Information Office will now report Governor Bambi Emano's accomplishments spanning the second week of July. Monday steers a concoction of emotion as news of jubilation and sorrow sets in for Misamisnons. For the story, here's Amor, my guy.
Yes, Jing, with a sense of urgency in fulfilling effective service and extending utmost love for his people, Governor Bambi Emano have once again proven his delivery of commitment beyond adversities, and even as the times get tough, opportunities bloom even more.
On Monday, July 12, 2021, the 65th Virtual Flag Racing with the Public Employment Service Office as host emphasized the innovative interventions, resilient measures, and humanitarian services they have extended over the years. With its office head Mr. Jerome Mundo's leadership, rooted in the strong adherence to Governor Bambi Emano's leadership, countless profound opportunities have been thriving for the people of Misamis Oriental, deemed to be the recipients of quality service, which resulted to vast employments. Up to the present, PESO has sustained the momentum in answering the challenge of eradicating employment difficulties with a strengthened collaborative partnership with other agencies, of which Governor Bambi Emano stayed vigor and hands-on, especially when talking about camaraderie in public service. While at the same time, Provincial Veterinary Head Dr. Benjamin Resma gave a weekly status update for African swine fever. According to the records, the said virus has already penetrated 2 cities and 13 municipalities with 62 barangays along the eastern and western sides of the province. As it continuously delves into combating this virus, consecutive ASF disease investigations were conducted in various municipalities. Balingasag, Salay, Sumbungkugon, and Talisayan are now awaiting for laboratory results. Furthermore, Provet finished the week-long array of ASF depopulation in Talisayan with total of 2,473 heads depopulated and 627 farmers affected in the entire province. Governor Bambi Emano now doubly edifies the ASF task force meeting and planning for their full implementation on the necessary mitigation to counter the said increase in the ASF cases. Also, the distribution of indemnification from DA Region 10 and ceremonial turnover of ready-to-lay ducks to ASF-affected farmers commenced, which undeniably brought joy to all recipients. On the other hand, Provet Misor fast-tracked the delivery of 506 bags of duck feeds to the municipalities of Upol, Libertad, Initaw, and Manticao, so also undergone a site validation in Upol area. This service aims to pursue more livelihood opportunities on the aspect of raising livestock effectively. This set of beneficiaries lived up the hope through the provincial government's never-ending support for them to bounce back, of which Governor Bambi Emano stayed vigor to live up to their expectations. Still on Monday, Provincial IATF Chief Dr. Jerry P. Kalingasan gave an update on the impact of COVID-19 in Misamis Oriental, alleviating the challenge brought by the pandemic. Strenuous implementation of the vaccination rollout process are being done, coupled with advocating the benefits one can get. Also, the provincial government of Misamis Oriental requested Department of Health for additional allocation of vaccines to be given to the people. While a certain decrease on the accumulated COVID-positive cases last weekend has been recorded and somehow brought enormous eagerness to the whole province. With this, PIATF Chief Dr. Kalingasan quoted on his speech the hope reflecting through the change of numbers that would consistently points out efficacy. The call for people to get vaccinated is still a prime step that will go against the threat on those unvaccinated individuals to have great possibility be variant factories, which meant they are more prone and adverse risks can happen due to the deadly virus. Hence, the battle cry to have a COVID-free society remained an anchor of how Governor Bambi Emano with the front lines or IATF's force fully initiate safety health protocols as corresponding response to health risks, since it is one of the pillars under his leadership. Additionally, for Monday, a painful story has been witnessed during the virtual flag raising ceremony as the families of the victims from the C-130 military plane crash in Sulu enjoyed Monday's series of events. The provincial government of Misamis Oriental sympathized with them, indulged with hurting emotion as they coped with this drastic news. Governor Bambi Emano handed over 50,000 pesos of financial assistance to Mrs. Razel Maestro and Mrs. Emabel de Panas, widows of the late Sergeant Butch D. Maestro from the municipality of Balinguan and Private First Class Carlo de Panas from the municipality of Mantika respectively. With the presence of 58th Infantry Battalion Commanding Officer Lieutenant Colonel Ricky Canatoy, a prayer has been offered for the sudden death of the mentioned soldiers who served as heroes, together with their fallen troops, paying respect as they are remembered. Above all, after the twin offspring of Sergeant Maestro expressed strong desire in following their father's footsteps and become soldiers one day, Governor Bambi Emano vowed to fulfill this dream with the help of Lieutenant Colonel Canatoy. As for now, he encouraged the youngsters to become good stewards together with their mothers to continue live and move forward in life. Relative to the aforementioned happening, Governor Bambi Emano, through the Provincial Social Welfare Development Office, under its office head Mr. John Laymar Abella, once again handed over a total worth of 10,000 pesos transportation assistance. Each of the respective families of the two soldier survivors from the ill-fated C-130 military plane crash, namely Private Juno D. Maglacion and Private Ruben M. Buna, received 5,000 pesos cash as aid on their travel to Zamboanga City. Mr. Ruben M. Buna and Mr. Juno D. Maglacion, the fathers of said survivors and both residents of Barangay Kibunbun, El Salvador City, heartily gave thanks to the provincial government because finally they can see their sons who are now recovering. This immediate response, rooted from Governor Bambi Emano's deep sympathy on the sudden tragic event, is a mirror of his unwavering and tenacious service to his constituents. Driven with the insurmountable dedication in the full extent of attaining security for all Misamisnons, the pillar of peace and order, among others, under Governor Bambi Emano's governorship, is unbeatably one of his topmost priorities, while balancing it out as it results to a sure boost on ecotourism ventures.
Furthermore, the Provincial Governor's Extension Office delivered numerous turnovers as Attorney Nadia Imano Elipe thrives to extend quality public service. Monday is greeted with 3 turnovers starting at Barangay Santa Ana, Taguluan Parish, as the Knights of Columbus received 50 chairs and 5 tables for their chamber. This resulted to the beneficiaries' gratefulness and to Governor Bambi Emano and Attorney Nadia's leadership. Through the initiative of Barangay Santa Ana Taguluan Council, headed by Barangay Captain Elmo Ragandang, the residents of Zone 5 Barangay Buntong, Santa Ana, finally got their water supply administered by engine water pump and polyethylene pipes from the Provincial Governor's Extension Office. PGEO also provided 1 water hand pump and construction materials for their drainage system, specifically for Zone 4 Dike Barangay Poblacion, Taguluan. This was made possible because of the continuing support of Attorney Nadia Imano Elipe and the whole of Provincial Governor's Extension Office.
Lastly, for Monday, personnel from the Provincial Management Information System Office, headed by Engineer Bernardino Jun Balo Jr., conducted another round on the cleaning of CCTV cameras lenses installed at the old Provincial Engineering's office, which is currently occupied by Enro, of which 1 CCTV camera was transferred from a vacated office to the main entrance of the building for additional security around the area. The PMIS office sees this activity essential in order to remove moisture, smudges, and dirt around the camera to maintain its optimum video output quality. Evidently, after the cleaning procedure, video quality of the CCTV camera has improved. This is important since failure to perform such maintenance can be extremely detrimental to the CCTV camera's effectiveness. Regian Amora Tinalmaygay, PIO.
Comprehensive development planning to ensure Misamis Oriental's ever-growing industries paves the way for Tuesday's events. For more information, here's Raymark Semania.
All for the people of Misamis Oriental, Governor Bambi Emano continues to commit himself to serve Misamisnons with various programs, projects, and initiatives.
Today, the Provincial Planning and Development Office led the second quarter meeting of the Misamis Oriental Local Development Planners Incorporated, wherein the updated guidelines on the assessment of comprehensive development plans of cities and municipalities stipulated in the DILG Memorandum Circular Number 2021-037 and the enhanced CDP assessment tool were discussed. These would be in relevance to the DILG MC Number 2018-172, which institutionalizes the nationwide assessment of CDPs of component cities and municipalities by the province using the prescribed CDP assessment tool or checklists. The assessment tool was enhanced in order for the development plans to be responsive to disaster risk and climate change. All 23 municipalities and 2 cities of Misamis Oriental are mandated to provide a CDP which will then be assessed by the Technical Assessment Committee of the province for its alignment to the Philippine Development Plan and Sustainable Development Goals. In another story, the Provincial Veterinary Office picked up 100 heads free-range chicken at the Research Center for Upland Development in Dangcagan Province of Bukidnon. The chickens were then delivered to former beneficiaries for the establishment of breeder farms in the province. This will then be the source of free-range chicken to be distributed sooner to ASF-affected farmers in Misamis Oriental. This project is funded by the Department of Agriculture Regional Field Office 10. Still on this day, the Provincial Legal Office team expressed its sincere gratitude to the Honorable Governor Evgeny Vicente Bambi Emano and the Provincial Health Office for having received its second dose of vaccine. The team's inoculation is Governor Bambi Emano's commitment of protecting his employees from further effects of exposure from the deadly virus, especially with the lawyers who attend hearings in the different courts of the city and Misamis Oriental. The opportunity of getting vaccinated shall at least put them at low risk of getting infected with the virus. And lastly, on this day, the 4th Infantry Division gave full military honors to the remains of the soldiers who died in the C-130 military plane crash in Sulu, as they are sent off to their hometowns after a brief stop at 4th ID headquarters in Barangay Patag, Cagayan de Oro City. Representing Governor Bambi Emano, Chairman of the Committee on Peace and Order Board Member Dexter Yasay, pay his respects and condolences for this soulful happening. Together with the bereaved families, carried on military trucks, the remains of the fallen heroes were escorted to their respective hometowns to receive proper vigil and burial ceremonies. Raymark Simania, PIO.
Wednesday features Governor Bambi Emano's immediate support to landslide-affected residents of Alubihid. For the recap, let's have James Salimbao.
Hailed as an exemplary LGU, the provincial government of Misamis Oriental, through the leadership of Governor Bambi Emano, continuously extends its services to help improve the lives of Misamisnon.
On Wednesday, July 14, 2021, due to his exemplary leadership and implementation of programs that have brought great development to the province, Misamisnons gave a high approval rating to Governor Bambi Emano during the survey conducted from June 10 to June 25, 2021 by the RP Mission and Development Foundation Incorporated. Of the 16 governors representing the 16 regions of the Philippines outside the National Capital Region, Governor Bambi Emano ranks as 7th with a 57% approval rating, one of the highest in the entire Philippines, while 6 other governors failed to earn a majority approval rating from their constituents. The result of the recent survey only confirms that the people of the province places great trust and support for Governor Bambi Emano's programs, especially in his measures and policies to combat COVID-19, along with his programs creating livelihoods through his flagship program of tourism. Meanwhile, on Wednesday, in quick response to the reported landslide at Barangay Tula Municipality of Alubihid, Governor Bambi Emano immediately sent aid to the area through the Provincial Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Office headed by Mr. Fernando Vincent T. Jr. Promptly, the Provincial Social Welfare and Development Office under Mr. John Neymar Abella also responded to the area by sending a team led by Ms. Jarmy Rose Rivera and Social Welfare Assistant Ms. Maria Lorena Babion, who conducted an intake interviews to the affected residents for further assessment of their needs, while food packs were also distributed to residents whose house and properties were damaged. 12 affected households received 2 food packs each for a total amount of 17,256 pesos. The affected residents expressed their gratitude to Governor Bambi, who immediately responded to their plea. They further added that despite requesting for aid from multiple officials, it was only Governor Bambi Emano who responded without reluctance. On the same day, the Provincial Veterinary Office assisted a beneficiary of its duck livelihood project during the site evaluation for learning site by personnel from the Department of Agriculture, Agricultural Training Institute or DA-ATI-10 at Gumao, Claveria, Misamis Oriental. The said evaluation aims to assess farms in order to become learning centers, which is essential for host farmers to gain extra income and ease learning restrictions for trainee farmers as they will no longer need to visit other municipalities to be trained. And lastly, on Wednesday, the Provincial Information Office, headed by Ms. Jinky Receipt, conducted a training for the Provincial Governor's Extension Office staff at Balay ni Nochka, Taguluan, Misamis Oriental. Tackled topics for effective news writing, basic photography, video editing, and posting in social media in a constructive and creative way, especially in showcasing the developments made in the province. Generally, the said training widened and augmented the trainees' knowledge on multimedia and grateful for the ideas which they have acquired from the said office. The said training embarked on a great opportunity for the PGAO staff and remarkably left new learning as they unceasingly do their best in reaching the main goal in providing quality service for Misamisnons. Jane Salimbao, PIO.
The Provincial Cooperative Office banners its distribution of assistance in support of Misamis Oriental's thriving cooperative sector. PIO's Jebsen Patlunag will give the report.
Yes, Jing. Thursday's set of activities all aim toward a single direction, towards development.
On Thursday, adhering to Governor Bambi Emano's mandate of a robust cooperative sector, the Provincial Cooperative Office led by Mr. Alberto Acain turned over 75,000 pesos of financial assistance to San Antonio Farmers Multipurpose Cooperative with its 52 members in Barangay San Antonio, Hasaan. The program was graced with the presence of Board Member Dexter Yasay, Co-op Chairman Mr. Celso Vertudazo, Barangay Kagawad Alfonso Balde, and Mayor Redentor S. Sardin. In the afternoon, the Provincial Cooperative Office, once again led by Mr. Alberto Acain, facilitated another turnover of financial assistance worth 100,000 pesos to the Muslim Bangsamoro Livelihood Association Incorporated in Zone 10B, Sihayon, Barangay Santa Cruz, Taguluan. Present to support the event were Attorney Nadia Emano Elipe, Kagawad Dr. Ignacio Bobby Factura II, Kagawad Roger Achas, and Co-op President Hasanuddin Undaudaya. For another department, it is the Provincial ECCD Office's primary goal to give children with quality education by providing them with conducive learning facilities. Thus, PECCDO, headed by Ms. Meridin Okot, delivered full classroom facilities to the newly constructed Child Development Center at Sitio Tinigbasan, Mabini, Binuangan, Misamis Oriental. Facilities such as kiddie tables and chairs, 1 unit of flat-screen television, 1 unit of speaker, manipulative toys, instructional materials, and other essential materials which are all beneficial for the holistic growth and development of their young learners were received by the Barangay Council headed by Honorable Arsenio Nito Co, ABC President. The PECCDO is positive that under Governor Bambi Emano's leadership, the pillar of education will always be one of his priorities. And lastly, the Provincial Governor's Extension Office, led by Attorney Nadia Emano Elipe, turns over a wheelchair to Mr. Primitivo Pampago of Zone 4 Natumulan, Taguluan, represented by his son, Rep. Rem Lampago. The Extension Office is always prepared to answer the needs of the people, especially of those who are seeking medical aid.
Friday ends the week in a mood of total satisfaction as Governor Bambi Emano's week-long delivery of service is capped with more interventions. To present the details, here's Queen Exclamador.
Yes, Jing. Vehement to his role, Friday shows another series of Governor Bambi Emano's commitment towards proficient public service that is valuable and holistic.
The Environment and Natural Resources Office, or ENRO, led by Engineer Presco G. Van Moria, responded to the conflict of two clients in regard with the issue on boundary of the area where sand and gravel quarrying was illicitly done in Barangay Santa Ana, Municipality of Taguluan. Complainant Mr. Leoso Regandang adhered this concern against Ms. K.F. Ambal from Barangay Luna, Claveria, who has the hold of permit number CSAG 2021-07, located in Sitio Maribohok, Taguluan. Mr. Regandang's complaint is mainly on the boundary of his property, which might be put in danger and ambiguity if the quarry includes the river that surely creates erosion in the mountain, which is part of Malitbog City, Bukidnon Province. In the conducted investigation, Engineer Valmoria himself took the lead in disseminating the data and examined the situation at the location to provide clarity between the two parties, especially on the technicalities of the legal documents that serve as basis to the entitled individuals. Additionally, present in the event are staff of the Bukidnon Environment and Natural Resources Office or BENRO, namely Mr. Jezreel Abed A. Ganzan, Barangay Kagawad of Santa Ines Malitbog Bukidnon Efrel B. Evangelista, and Barangay Kagawad of Santa Ana Tagulwan, Mr. Ronnie Giao, who served as a witness in the settlement. With this matter, Engineer Valmoria explained to the two parties that its aim and desire is to settle disputes as to the location of the quarry area. He also clarified to BENRO that it is with high regard that the provincial capital of Misamis Oriental, under the leadership of Governor Bambi Emano, will surely prioritize the safety and protection of the environment, especially the border mountains of Bukidnon and Misamis Oriental. In the meantime, the two stakeholders agreed to conduct a resurvey with the presence of similar officials to achieve common good. Queen Exclamador, PIO.
Capital offices and departments presents another impactful assembly of events dutifully carrying out Governor Bambi Emano's programs. Here's Danny Abshalma Jr. for the concentrated reports.
Governor Bambi Emano's Barangay Empowerment Program has been a great help to the 424 barangays of Misamis Oriental, setting the province as the most progressive and well-off in northern Mindanao, with the barangay infrastructure team continuing to monitor and expect ongoing projects.
The Office of the Barangay Infrastructure Project conducted a site inspection for the ongoing projects and final monitoring for the completed projects by contract under Barangay Empowerment Program of Governor Bambi Emano on District 1 and District 2 this week from July 12 to 16, 2021. The inspection was headed by Engineer Tessie B. Gales, Assistant Provincial Engineer and the head of the Barangay Infrastructure Project Office, with the final monitoring team of the Provincial Engineering Office and the resident engineer of each project. The purpose of this site inspection and final monitoring of the project is to evaluate, validate, and inspect the quality and the structure of the project for the safety and comfortability of the people. Also, the Provincial Veterinary Office conducted a mass rabies vaccination. This took place from Tuesday to Friday from July 13 to 16, 2021. The vaccination was conducted in Barangay Poblacion 1, 2, and 3 in the municipality of Villanueva, Misamis Oriental. In collaboration with the Provincial Veterinary Office headed by the Rabies Vaccination Team and the Municipal Agriculture Office in Villanueva, a total of 1,152 dogs and cats were vaccinated. The goal and purpose of conducting mass rabies vaccination is to protect our pet dogs and cats from rabies disease that can be transmitted to humans. Moreover, the Provincial Capital Park took action with Rural Transit of Mindanao Incorporated Bulwa Branch's request through Attorney Jeffrey Saclot for the segregation, collection, and disposal of garbage. With such, the office requested the Provincial Engineering Office through Engineer Tessie Gales to provide for equipment and dump truck to be used for the activity. The segregation, collection, and disposal started on July 10, 2021 and will be finished on July 23, 2021. Furthermore, following the conduct of Orientation and Employees Compensation Program last May 20, 2021 and June 14, 2021 during Administrative Officers Network Meeting and MODHA Meeting, respectively, the Human Resource Management Office headed by Ms. Jessica B. Galindo received and facilitated the processing of 69 applications from PGMO employees for employees' compensation benefit claims for GSIS. With the unfortunate circumstance brought by the COVID-19 and with the employees' compensation benefit, it will help lessen the burden as it financially assists those government employees who are COVID-19 positive. However, the sickness must be work-related. The employees' compensation benefit is a financial assistance and compensation package for public and private sector employees and their dependents in the event of work-related injury, sickness, disability, or death. Additionally, the Provincial Social Welfare and Development Office conducted several turnover of food packs and rice assistance to different beneficiaries of the province on July 12, 13, and 14. 10 sacks of rice were turned over to Barangay San Jose, Talisayan, Misamis Oriental. 7 sacks of rice to First Provincial Mobile Force Company, and 8 food packs to those affected by focused containment due to COVID-19 at Barangay Kaliwatan, Claveria, Misamis Oriental. While on June 13, 6 food packs were turned over to 1st Special Forces Battalion at Mampayag, Manolo Fortich, Bukidnon in support for the operation to protect and maintain peace and order of Misamis Oriental, and on July 4, 10 sacks of rice were turned over to Barangay Sambulawan, Lagindingan, Misamis Oriental to those affected by focused containment due to COVID-19.
In another story, the moving up ceremony for pre-kindergarten to completers in the whole province of Misamis Oriental has started on July 10, 2021. This year's theme is Daycare Center sa gitna ng pandemya, patuloy na lumalaban, matibay at masipag tungo sa magandang kinabukasan, which emphasizes the spirit of hard work, perseverance, and eagerness of the children to continuously grow and learn towards a brighter future amidst the pandemic. To ensure safety of child development learners, CDWs and parents were encouraged to do a do-it-yourself moving up ceremony. This ceremony honors our child development learners as to their achievements and prepare them to step up on the next level, the formal education. In addition, the Provincial Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Office, under the stewardship of Mr. Fernando Vincent D. Jr., has conducted a 5-day Public Service Continuity Plan training course from July 12 to 16, 2021. The training program was attended by 69 administrative officers and different division and section chiefs of the various departments and offices of Misamis Oriental. It intends to produce a public service continuity plan for all the departments and offices, which will be used as their manual on how to address the impact of any emergencies and or calamities that may affect the delivery of their services to the general public. This activity was endeavored in response to NDRRMC Memorandum Number 33 Series of 2018 and the Cabinet Action and Decision Memorandum dated June 10, 2019, a whole of government approach in the continuity of providing service to the government's clients, which are the taxpayers. The PDRRMO was the very first to roll out this activity in the Northern Mindanao region among its 98 local government units, and even the chief of the Capacity Building and Training Service of Office of Civil Defense 10 has attended as an observer. The PDRRMO was the very first to roll out this activity in the Northern Mindanao region among its 98 local government units, and even the Chief of Capacity Building and Training Service of Office of Civil Defense 10 has attended as an observer, and would also like to see the completion of a comprehensive public service continuity plan for the provincial government of Misamis Oriental. This proactive move from the PDRRMO is in line with Governor Bambi Emano's slogan, "Kung taga-Mis-or ka, secure ka." Consequently, the Office of the Provincial Treasurer released its first half salaries of regular, cash flow, and job order employees of the provincial government of Misamis Oriental with a total amount of 10,603,673 pesos and 65 centavos from July 12 to 16, 2021. Additionally, the office also issued checks of all funds of the provincial government of Misamis Oriental with a total of 316 checks. The office is also pleased to include in their accomplishment report the appointment of Mr. Ronald James D. Villon as the full-fledged Provincial Treasurer of Misamis Oriental.
Furthermore, Filipinos in Action coordinated with the Provincial Governor's Extension Office in finding deserving beneficiaries for their livelihood program. 10 food cart beneficiaries were given 3,000 pesos each, amounting to 30,000 pesos. Another livelihood cash assistance took place in the Muslim community at Zone 10 Barangay Santa Cruz, Tagolwan, Misamis Oriental. The Muslim Bangsamoro Association received 100,000 pesos from the Provincial Cooperative Office headed by Mr. Alberto Acain. Present at the turnover were Attorney Nadia Emano Elipe and Sangguniang Bayan members Roger Achas and Dr. Ignacio Factura. Back in the office, Dr. Maria Bebina Tagarda Casino and the health office catered to a total of 230 clients availing free medical checkup and free medicine. Meanwhile, in our 3-in-1 services, 5 clients availed free embalming services, coffins, and transportation with 75 chairs and 5 tents. 58 clients needing financial assistance were catered by the Finance Department, as well as 19 medical bill and laboratory assistance. With Misamis Oriental still under general community quarantine, the Provincial Governor's Extension Office cannot back down and continues to serve the people well. Lastly, in the entire Philippines, the Provincial Health Office of Misamis Oriental is the only PHO that has taken the initiative both to conduct immunization rollouts for COVID-19 vaccination and has been accepting swabbing for RT-PCR testing. With Honorable Governor Bambi Emano's full support, the Provincial Health Office of Misamis Oriental, spearheaded by Dr. Jerry P. Kalingasan, aimed to provide more of these services to all Misamisnons and the people of Cagayan de Oro, including the nearby provinces. For this week, the PHO, with the assistance of PDRRMO, has inoculated 945 vaccine recipients completing their second dose of Pfizer, as well as 708 recipients of their first dose of Gamaleya. All in all, Misamis Oriental received 3,500 doses of Gamaleya, and the distribution of the said vaccine is ongoing to the following LGUs: Tagolwan, El Salvador, Naawan, Lugait, Manticao, Claveria, Villanueva, Alubihid, Hasaan, and Balingsag. 885 vials of AstraZeneca will be distributed next week to the LGUs as second dose. The surveillance and COVID-19 response team has swabbed 17 people, while the PHO clinic catered 24 patients seen, which includes 9 employees who exhibited influenza-like illnesses, 3 those requesting provision of medical clearance, and 12 for other reasons. Also included are 1,678 people screened for COVID-19 vaccine immunization. The Animal Bite and Treatment Center has served 54 patients, while 27 patients were serviced for mental and drug-induced psychosis program.
And as of July 15, 2021, the number of the returning overseas Filipinos transported back in Misamis Oriental were carefully monitored and listed. From July 9 to 15, 2021, via airlines and ferry boat, the returning overseas Filipino workers in Misamis Oriental is 50. In addition, the locally stranded individuals via bus, airlines, and ferry boat from July 9 to 15, 2021 is 455, and the number of returning overseas Filipino workers and locally stranded individuals billeted at Marian Suites by PGMO is 12. For the grand total, there are already 25,577 returning overseas Filipino workers in the province of Misamis Oriental, recorded from May of 2020 to July 15, 2021, with a total of 2,032 ROFs and LSIs billeted at Marian Suites. This is in line with President Rodrigo Roa Duterte's Balik Provincia program, of which Governor Bambi Emano is supportive because he wants to ensure that arriving Misamisnons are carefully attended to by the provincial government of Misamis Oriental. Danny Vertidazo of Shama Jr., PIO.
We are told that we should always remember the legacy, not the man, because the man will die and be forgotten, but his legacy can still transform the world, even after 100 years. But when his term ends in 346 days, how can I not remember Governor Bambi himself? How can I not associate the legacy of a prosperous Misamis Oriental to him? His case will always be like him, special. For Governor Bambi Emano, a vibrant and flourishing Misamis Oriental will always be one. Jinky Rosit, PIO.